Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I know this is a kind of very random, unique life, but there's a reason. Okay, uh, I will in this session. Okay, I will divide into two to three sections. Okay, first I'm going to talk about that how I manage time to do a lot of stuff. Okay, and I do really a lot of stuff. I will come what I do and what are the things. I do daily basis. I mean, most of you guys might already know all these things that if you're already an engineer and working or maybe freelancer. But I want to talk about how I manage things completely because other than that, I do have, I mean, I do used to have my training, paid training batches before. Now I don't do that. But I was managing multiple projects that time. Other than that, then I manage, for example, like family things. Then mentoring I do a lot till now. I mean, till also I do it, and I was hoping I will continue as usual for the mentoring part. And of course, I'm a father from last 2 years, so that is also another responsibility. So how I do manage all this time? Okay, I'm going to talk about that, an honest talk, because I think in the night there will be not many people, only few people will be watching, and I think if you guys have any question, definitely let me know and I'll answer that, because remember, you are the only guys, very few, so I'll be attentive to you guys. Okay, now first thing, that when I was kind of a junior engineer, okay, that time, you will believe me or not, I was working like crazy person, because first of all, after giving hundreds of interviews, I only get one or two opportunities, that to only 1,000 to 3,000 max to max kind of thing. I still choose the 1,000 rupees opportunity at the very beginning of my job, because there I was seeing that there is so many like good engineers as senior engineers there. Okay, that time I didn't had this much responsibility. That time the responsibility was do your work, do research, and do learn. And if you need doubt, talk to the senior and do that. Okay, so once you know what happened, I go to office. I mean, I used to actually from my local place. I had to take I mean, first one auto, then one bus, then again another auto, and then by walking around 50. So around 3 to 4 hours. So I had to go from here to my office. Okay, and that was 4 hours, and of course while coming back it took me 5 hours because of the jam it took in Kolkata. If you guys ever visit Kolkata, Newtown, not Newtown, Salt Lake Sector 5, you'll know how was the thing. Okay, so that was the beginning of getting the responsibilities. That time still not this much of how you see today. uh, so mainly was work. Then while even working, you have fun with the coworkers and all that. You learn the office politics, you learn the communication part, because that time it was important. Okay, and that is actually like a building block of what I'm today, because if I skip those things, I can't even imagine I'll be like this, who I am right now. So that was the thing, not that responsibilities, it was before I mean, before anything, not just marriage. Okay, now what are the things that happened to change? That I mean, I did around 3 year full-time job at my beginning of my career. Those time were very learning, because I was doing a lot of mistake. So bad mistake, if I write about it, it will be another like this kind of book, this much. So I will not going to tell about all the stories, but I did mistakes. Okay, very big mistakes, smaller mistake, and I think that was a really great time to do mistakes when you are junior, or maybe learning a lot of things, because you're allowed to, because it was expected that you will do mistakes and senior people will handle that, or of course the people will know that you're gonna make mistake. You're just junior engineer, right? So that is my learning moment start, right? And then also I started slowly taking the responsibility of the company, the say the tasks, the leading teams and all that, then communicating directly with the client. I think the most important thing you should be learning right from now, even if it's junior, like just started, or maybe you are very senior, I don't, doesn't matter. Communication with direct client is the most important thing you should be learning, so that you can do well in your life. Remember my word. Okay, this is absolutely that you need now. So that all that helped me to understand about all this. Okay, responsibility handling. Now how I manage all that right now, I do work for multiple clients. I do make like content like what I'm doing right now, and I also kind of handle family, right? So I made myself one kind of very simple rule or simple kind of schedule also, where first I make a list what are the things that need to be. I will definitely do that. Okay, how to add a client, and I was that was part of my session today as well. How like freelancing to work initially, like tips tricks on how to attract client and all that I'll be discussing. Don't worry. Okay, now let's get back to the how I handle all the responsibilities like this. So first I make a list where I like, so suppose I today is done with the meetings and all that. I have myself my desktop a list, like I used to have notes written, but now I'm using kind of a note in the available Mac. So I just write notes like what are the things need to be done tomorrow on urgent basis, because while handling a lot of stuff, I, as a normal human being, I tend to forget things. And I think that's very common for many people like me. So it is better to write it down so that you don't forget the important things. I'm talking about not all the things, just the important things that you must deliver. That is your priority. Okay. So write all these things down. Maybe it's your personal thing, maybe your professional thing, whatever it is. Just write it down. That need to be done. At least something need to be done tomorrow urgent wise. Okay, the moment morning start, of course you have your basic things to do. If you have gym and all this, complete everything. Okay, that's fine. That's up to maybe 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. max to max, right? After that is your working time starting. That time onwards, I mean before that 9 a.m. itself, you complete your bazaar, you complete your whatever thing to be done, just complete that. Okay, then it's a pure work time. Okay, so it's after 10 a.m. onwards, or maybe if it's your office time, maybe 9 a.m. onwards. Okay, whatever thing you noted down last night, make sure that you complete those first, because if you try to do a lot of thing at once, you ended up doing nothing at all. Okay, but if you start completing things one by one, you will see like brick by brick entire building getting set up. Okay, so you cannot expect that like suddenly everything will be happening. No, you have to take the very first steps. So first, make sure what are the like identification part. Okay, your responsibilities, then the priorities part. After that, you have to one by one, and don't try to do all things one at once. Okay, you can kind of start from the very urgent plus basic, or maybe complicated plus urgent. It's up to your own priority. I should not be the one to dictate that, but that should be your priority. Okay, now after you are doing, once you start one point, complete that one really well. If you need to collaborate with your team or anyone, don't hesitate, because the more you hesitate, the more you shy, the more the work get late and you will be missing your deadlines. And I think if you're an experienced engineer, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're starting, you're very new to it, understand that communication is a very key part of our role. And I have faced myself, I have identified that the moments I missed the communication, things didn't turn out to be good and things go very bad, like bad to very bad maybe. And the way I see that, where I did communicate really well, I didn't be shy, I didn't had any ego, and I had nothing at all, just pure work motive and talk and this get it done. It has been it was really rewarding for me, and I have achieved a lot from them. Okay, so what I'm saying that don't be shy, don't be egoistic, don't be anything. Just communicate with your team well so that your things get done. Okay. Now, what are the additional things you should be doing? Now, there are smart kind of distraction are there. Okay, because you might want to do everything according to your time, but there are things that not allowing you to do that part. So how can you handle all those things? Now, what I found out, or I found very useful, is that first I simply kind of like for mute my phone, and if there is a call, it will vibrate, but not the notification. Because the what happened, these days, the moment there is a pop-up, oh, what happened? Let's see. Like, no, it should not be like that. You should be just maybe you add the people like emergency list, or you have this kind of software this list. I mean, you are software engineers, you can just make it if we require to, right? So make it such a way, there are a lot of options available. If from certain person, it should ping or it should vibrate, something like that. Otherwise, it will stay silent. Okay. Call cases, it will vibrate, it's fine. But there also use tool like Truecaller or anything that can disable the unwanted calls, because you see in a daily basis also, not just your Facebook notification or YouTube I mean all of the notification, but there are so many calls these days, right? Specifically if you're in IT, there are loan calls, there are XYZ calls, something calls come and that break your concentration. Okay, so for that, I mean, there are many tools. I found Truecaller to be best option for till now what I find out, and I use that. So automatically that answers the kind of voicemail. Not just for that, even suppose a recruiter try to reach out, and for any reason they're calling from the company phone, right? It might be a very important opportunity. So if you have any like Truecaller assistant plan or any place, I found that's very good. But any other thing, I just use that kind of voice record. I mean, voice, what do you call it? Voicemail facility, and they just say whatever they have to say, and later on I just listen. It's fine. So that is also good for the professional part of view as well. Okay. So my main point is that avoid that smart distraction like the social media, Facebook and all that. LinkedIn is fine because LinkedIn, some post aside, I will say most of our very important one, either a knowledge sharing post or maybe like right people adding good things that you follow. The people are posting bad things, you usually unfollow, right? That's nothing new to tell. So what I'm telling, just avoid the smart distractions. Okay. Now what next? Try to take as much rest as possible. It's not like if you just bang on your head and keep trying to do things and just hard you try, it will miraculously solve. No, of course you need concentration. You have to work on very hard. But after you achieve, like, we have checkpoints. Right? Okay, we did this and it works well. We tested that, works well. Take, say, after at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 hours after you're comfortable. I will see, even if it's each hour, just go out or maybe just stand up, it's fine. Otherwise, maybe 2 to 3 hours, because we tend to use, like, we have seat and we tend to do long hours, right? So that time you can simply, for example, 2 or 3 hours, just go out. I mean, what I do usually, I play with my daughter, because daughter rush to me and say, Papa, let's play. Like, say, she'll keep saying Papa, 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 till I say, okay, let's go and do some things. Okay, so like play with her and maybe take her out for a walk of 5-10 minutes, and that's the right thing to do. Nothing bad. I mean, it's really great, not bad. It'll be really great. So if you are already a father and techie person like me, it's better to just have a walk with your child, or maybe just play with your child, or do some activity just to make sure you're still functional. Like we tend to what, we sit and walk, and that bring us that fatty kind of thing, like extra fat in your belly, right? So I think that might have, but of course the gym and all that, which will be good if you can, of course, fine, morning walk and all that. So anyway, what I was talking about, first prioritize the list that you want to you have to do, okay, and walk according to that as your priority. Then try to avoid the smart distraction, because even if you have priority, that if you keep checking, I mean, I have around 10 phones and all that, right? I keep 2 phones in my side, but 2 are in silent mode, okay? And I have configured such a way that if anyone very important ping me, then only it will ring. Otherwise, it will just be silent and vibrate, maybe, that's fine, okay? So that is the thing. I mean, you have to configure that way so that it can reduce your distraction and you can concentrate more. Okay, that is one important part. Additionally, what you can do, that if you're learning, okay, you're learning something new or something that important, and you found solution and you think it's worth keeping a note, always make sure that you keep up maybe a gist.github.com or any place, copy the snippet and keep it there. I think, sometimes what happens, we keep working on, maybe not working right now, after 4-5 months, it came, similar requirement came back. It would save time if you have just keep the snippet somewhere, because if you see the snippet back, you will remember every single thing that you did that day. Okay, so do that. So all these things, why I'm telling that, all these things will help you positively kind of achieve your productivity. Okay, and what was the anti-pattern? What was the less productive things? If you sometime you walk and suddenly you just, I'm feeling boring, then let's go to Netflix and all that. I mean, I'm not saying you should not do that thing. I also watch Netflix. I have premium subscription, nothing to shame about that. But what I do, I watch on weekends. Yes, after recording and before maybe recording a bit. I mean, just to, just to see what's new, something happening like that. Okay, so I also watch Netflix or maybe Prime, whatever something great happening, I see it maybe for 10-20 minutes, maybe 1 hour, whatever I feel like. And that's okay, but not during your work time. That might impact your work and concentration. Okay, as I say, there are smart kind of smartly prepared to divert your mind from that work or maybe important things to the content, because you want to skip the reality for even for 1 minute or 2 minutes. Okay, but usually what happened, you ended up seeing all the season. So that's what I'm saying. Think about how can you avoid this like smart distractions and stick to your priority. You will see that you are able to achieve that productivity that you always aim for. Okay, meditation is good if you can do. In these days in gym, people show that we follow, but it's okay if you just somehow want to meditate. There is many kind of, what do you call it, any tutorials available in everywhere, so you can try that out. It will be really great. Okay, so this is a very gist of the things. And sudden, not just sudden, I was thinking, should I make a short or should I make a kind of any particular TikTok video? So that's I do normally, right? And there is 365 days I'm going to make a lot of kind of that kind of videos. So something unique I'll talk about. So mainly how I manage the time, because everyone meet me and say, Sandeep, tell me the reality how you manage the time. And I say, look, there is no miracle. I'm not a superhuman being. I'm just a normal, very, very normal, normal human being who have limited time and many responsibility. I'm doing good. And so I also have to go through a lot of hardship to maintain everything. It's very hard to make video. I'm really telling you, okay, it's not easy to make video. It's really hard to edit. It takes a lot of time. If it's 30-minute video, it takes you 4 hours to edit that. I don't think everyone understand that, but whoever edit the video will understand. Even the shoot 5-minute video, it takes, it's based on people to people. For me, it takes maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour to practice, to try, and then properly shoot. So everything takes time. Okay, it's nothing happen out of ordinary. Then you have family commitment. Then you have work. I mean, of course, work commitment. So based on your priority, you have to handle all that. Okay, then as soon as you handle the priorities, then you will have time to spare and you might do other things. Okay, I mean, many people who do all this kind of video and all that, they have the option. Okay, unless it's their job to make content. My job is not to make content. Right? My job is to work on projects and get knowledge and keep do freelancing, right? But you do that, I think it will be useful to people, because once we also learn from many people, right? It's a right thing to do, share out what we learn and whatever you're learning, and of course people will learn from it and people might get useful. Right? That was the intention, right? So whatever your intentions are is all fine. Just make sure that you do your priority first, avoid the disturbances and all that. And if you try to stick to that, you'll see you are saving a lot of time. Okay, now additional tip I will say, make sure your finances are well. Okay, because if you have any financial burdens, that impact most negatively. Okay, now why I'm coming to that, because people who actually, what happens, if you work on a lower tier work on projects, your income will be lower, right? The moment your income is lower, you will see that today's cost of living is so high, right? What is the problem with that? If you are specifically in, say, tier 1 cities, you know what cost it is. I know that you also know, right? So there, I think there you have to, I mean, I know many people want to do that. I mean, who don't want to get a good job, great job, and make a lot of bucks, right? The problem is the mindset that we ourselves think that we might not be that great at the job, or the kind of procrastination you see. Okay, I think it's one of the kind of very common things to happen, but you have to get over that as well. I mean, the more you do, the less you procrastinate. That's the reality. But what I will say, that try to do things more, try to not underestimate yourself, try to apply to different, even bigger companies. I mean, what I was wrong at my beginning of career, I started only at small companies. I mean, only tried to small companies. Didn't even try the big companies. That I later say no, I did very bad thing, because if you access the word, if you try for the moon, you will land in the hill, right? So if you aimed higher in the beginning, I mean, higher to begin with, then you would not have been. You would have been go to great places like bigger companies and get more. So if you're working on a small company or maybe a small services company, I think you're limiting yourself. Okay. So see, just like you, there are 100 of people, 200 people, and there are people who are doing really great. And the people who are doing really great, not just because they have great brain. Okay. I have seen in big companies, people not have much knowledge, but they got the chance because they say, try it. Jata kya hai? Let's try and see. Things will work. Okay. Not work is fine. We'll just go other companies. So if we try to take more risks, of course, after marriage and having child, it's a bit risky. But I will say, and that's why I was telling, right? If you're in the beginning of your journey, if you're just going started, or say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, you're not married yet, then you have more capacity to take risk. So that time you should take risk, and you should make big bucks out of that risk. Okay, the more risky the thing, the more well paid you are, right? So that you should do. Additionally, I will say that that just working doesn't mean that you always have to work. Of course, take rest and take like rejuvenate yourself, recharge your batteries. That is also equally important. Don't overwork. Okay? I'm telling work and work, but that doesn't mean you overwork and do like that. So freelancer or normal work, just do kind of very moderation. Okay. So one comment, that great room setup, make video works. Yes, I will make that one. I was like, many people are saying that I will definitely make one set of video also later on. Okay. So that comes to what I was planning, because I wanted to make it very short session. Okay. Now comes to what I was planning this year. That's like first how I was just talking about the time management, as in the video title itself. I was going to share that what I'm planning for this year as a content maker, and as you guys subscriber, follower, what you should expect. I've taken 2 challenges. Okay. First one is of course a 365. Like, so I want that every day, no matter what time. Okay. I'm not sticking to the time because it's very hard as a freelancer to commit the exact hour, but at least I can manage to make one video, maybe in the form of live, maybe form of short, maybe form of proper content, like Go series, or maybe other say Python or Cloud or AWS. So all the series are like proper series, right? So like that series, whatever the type of content that I want to make, impactful content, not just a content like I want to like do a lot more than that. Of course, there are some time constraints, but I try to make as much as I can and as good quality I can. Okay, by the way, who didn't saw, there is already the Go Day 4 video released in my channel, and it's more practical, no theory at all. Just I'm going and showing the code what I'm doing. If you're not able to understand the code, that means you should have to go to see the basics part. Whereas I was just showing you what is string, number, integers, float, and all that, interfaces, structs, all those things. If you just don't understand the complex part, that means you have to start from the basics. So have the basic very, very strong. Okay. Anyway, let's come to the point I was taking, what I was planning. So I was planning this like thing. You want to become a DevOps engineer, you want to become cloud engineer, or maybe cloud DevOps engineer altogether, or maybe specialization part, infra as a code, or maybe observability part, Kubernetes part. I made already many content over last 4 years, and I'll be making more quality content, because as the days pass, year passed, of course my experience also increased, my the challenges also increased tenfold. Even more than tenfold. Okay, I was doing amazing work, I'm still doing amazing work. So all this knowledge I would like to share with all you guys, and for that I do this challenge, because I have to make practice. Okay, I have to make this a practice, that every day I should make a video and release it. And I think that is a challenge, very complicated one, I know, but I think that will be an awesome thing to do, and it will be most impactful. Okay. I think it's Guru saying hi. Guru, hello. Okay, so auto pressing the other button. No worries. So yes, that was the thing, and I want to make every day one single something new. Maybe anything I will think of is coming in mind and making good. Of course, pre-planned one will be there, like Go Day 5. Probably maybe within few days I'll be releasing that. Okay, by the way, tomorrow I'm going to Chennai. Now, why I'm going to, like, not just Chennai, I'll be going to majority of the cities. Okay, Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, my personal favorite Hyderabad. Okay, and like Surat, Ahmedabad, those places I have very good friends. Okay, Vadodara. So I'll be visiting all the major, uh, all the major. Thank you, Guru. Now, like I'll be visiting all the places and I'll announce just like tomorrow I'm going to Chennai. Already announced in my LinkedIn and of course in this channel. And already you don't believe me. Already 20 people ping me and say Sandeep when you can meet. And of course I've taken the number because exact time I have to sync. And I'm by the way I'll be staying near Marina Beach area. Okay, so I'll be like, whoever connect with me and I'll be personally get connected with them, and over the WhatsApp we'll just sync, we'll find a place to meet. Okay, not to worry too much, we'll definitely able to do something about that. Now the reason to meet is that I want to know what is your pain point, what is the thing that you are facing the most problem, what is the thing that you are not able to get from the normal people, normal content. Now most content are what, it's a kind of a commercial content, you don't get the fine tune, right? Any plan for the London? As I say, Guru, it will be I think probably on the April. I have to yet to go to Singapore and all these things are there. But yeah, London also coming soon. Okay, so that is one thing. Of course, I think Pune has become son of a very such a very good destination. I was visiting all those places. Okay, do one DevOps meetup. Yes, I'm going to do one meetup in Bangalore as well. Bangalore, I think, is in the March itself. I'm coming to Bangalore. So of course in Bangalore I'll be there. In Bangalore actually I'm coming in a like ek tir se do nishana. So there is community day in that place, and of course I will also plan for something DevOps for our main channel followers and subscribers on that. Okay, that is one thing. And I think what happened, if you seen the pattern of my channel, since you guys are only limited as I was sharing that. Okay, I was doing a lot of projects. Okay, in between was when I was getting time. So for example, in a month I got 3-4 projects. I was like working like hell. I don't had any time to make videos, and it is okay. I mean, if I don't have a time, it's fine, because for me my main income source is doing projects and delivering things, then getting the things. I'm not dependent on any other income sources. Okay, and that is a most benefit, that since I'm not biased, I'm not getting sponsored and all that thing, because if I take sponsorship, I have to say in front of them, even they're a crappy product. Okay, and I've seen so much crappy product, I don't want to endorse them. Those are bad. Bad is bad. Okay, if something good product come to me and say, okay, Sandeep, you do, I will do, even do very less, right? No problem. When it's anything, when it's on, I think 23rd March, you just to go to official AWS Bangalore site, AWS Group Bangalore. I think there is the exact date. I'll be there. Okay, even I'm going to even submit the talk also tonight. I'm just preparing all that. If it accepted, I will go. If not accepted, still I will go. Okay, I have planned that I will go. Okay, MLOps. I think MLOps are very not like many people asking about MLOps, and I do have a plan for the MLOps, and I was not sharing that right now, but I will definitely share about the MLOps. Okay. Other than that, I'll be what? Not as MLOps. There is DevSecOps and all that other also there, right? Security point of view. I'll be covering all that. That's why it's 365 days plan. It's very long time to make a lot of videos, right? So I have all the things. Okay, yes. I think this is something I was planning long back for the open source contribution, and in the Go course itself, I will show you how to contribute to the open source project. Okay, how to make the Kubernetes plugins or Go plug. I mean, whatever the way you can create the plugins using Go, I will show how to contribute as well. That is already in plan. Okay. Please guide us to start the. Yes, that I've just answered. Sir, what is the most demanding skills to acquire as a DevOps engineer? Okay, two things. Okay, there are of course a lot of things, but I think two things. First is that excellent the programming language for scripting and many other SDK integration and automation scripting and all that. Second one is that cloud skill, because these days you will be working with the most cloud provider. As I say, skill wise, okay. Of course, in DevOps, it's not just only tools and skills. It's a collaboration. It's a lot of tools. Anything you have to do in order to deliver the product faster. That's the paradigm there, right? So you have to do that way. But I will say programming and cloud is will going to be the most impactful skills that can help you get hired as a DevOps engineer faster and with better package. Okay. Okay. Please do visit. I mean, yes, Akash, I'm going to come to Bangalore. I mean, fun fact that my 90, I'm not 90, I would say, I think 90 something was 80 something, 92% of traffic come from Bangalore. So how I cannot come to Bangalore? Bangalore will be my most priority in my list. I will coming. I was still looking, I would have come just in the like fast, but I will say, okay, what is the community there? So I will come there. That time it will be like more people will be there. We can talk with a lot of more people, right? Okay. Hi Sandeep, is development experience required to become? No, it's not mandatory, but it will be really good if you have development. Because as a DevOps engineer, what you'll be doing, you have to work with the developers. You have to have the CI/CD in place. You have to make the binary in the CI/CD process. Make the binary release to the different say servers, the deployment targets, and do all the things. You will be handling a lot of development related things. So if you have a development, I mean, if you just not just have, you should have the development experience knowledge, because I did not say mandatory, but you have to learn it before work with the DevOps engineer. Okay, because you'll be working with the source code, then it will build it, you have to get binary, release it on all that, right? So for that you need good development experience. It will be good, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a developer first. Okay, because as a DevOps engineer, if you want to just say from support or maybe QA or maybe other field coming, you have to learn say development somewhat, because you'll be working with development projects. Then you have to deliver things. Okay, that is more important. Oh, you're already okay. I'm currently DevOps. You can see, since so data in-house data storage, not expert in the cloud. Yes, you should focus on the cloud, because most of top paying opportunities in the cloud. So I think you should be focusing that. Troubleshooting also, but yeah, troubleshooting also, because you will be facing issues. It should come naturally. Okay. Are you as your connection network is very strong, can you give opportunity to DevOps pressure? The problem I'm saying that what best you can do is refer, and after that it's other people thing. And what happened that so many people come, like if I know someone, I met someone at a personal level, I could do that easily. But what happened in your inboxes, or any people I think who have strong following, their inbox is overflowed. Okay, with similar requests, with similar all that, and very hard to kind of just help out one person and all that. Okay, if I know personally, if I meet personally, then it's a personal connection, and I would be more than happy to do it. But if on the internet we say I do not know someone, and if because there's a huge volume also, it will be hard. We, by the way, it's not like we never try. We try as much as we can, but then also we have limitations, right? So that's why it's better to, I mean, what is my suggestion? Why fresher guys specifically need to go to different events, different like collaborate with other senior engineers, get a mentors and all that, because you need those references. Okay, so build those references. DevOps was a lesson. What is your view on this? Now, in terms of like these days, it's not versus but combined. ML ops, that it's AI ops, all those things are there, which is to automate the stuff better, to kind of predict the stuff better, like scaling prediction, or maybe the cost prediction, cost reduction, all these things that they are finding out the cost makers, and like what is the security missing, all this kind of things. So all those things, like to improve things, data science as a whole and as a, with AI and ML, like bring really good role. Now, if you talk about what kind of opportunities you can get, of course, based on your interest. If you have knack for data science, if you have knack for say ML and AI, is better to go there. It of course is high paying. DevOps also high paying based on your experience, based on your background, based on your skill set. Not one, like it's not like all DevOps engineers pay the same. There are DevOps engineers who paid very less. There are DevOps engineers get paid very high. Okay, It's all the difference are based on your knowledge, experience, and how much pressure you can take on. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, I think yeah, this all this thing I've covered. So by the way, I mean just as a kind of closing note, okay, DevOps. I think yes, DevOps can be used for develop data sciences. Yes. So what I will say to you guys that prioritize well. Try to avoid as much as distraction possible. Smart distraction like smartphone and all that. Okay. Other than that, you should be like having spend quality time with the family. Take rest. Take in between walk. Try to just stand up and take rest. Okay. And I think just try to learn from other people. They have some mentor so that they can directly recommend you. That's the best source of getting recommendation, I will say. Okay. We normally use GitHub Action, Jenkins CI/CD. What would be the CI/CD I should explore? I think start with very open source first, like Jenkins for CI/CD and all that. Of course, there is GitHub Action. Then I think do try the GitLab CI/CD also. There is TeamCity. Like learn. There's no problem in learning, right? There is nothing negative in learning. The more you learn, the more skill you get, the more opportunity you will be achieving. So keep learning. Try to of course focus on the lead Jenkins and say GitHub Action, and I think those are the leads right now. Those you will see I mean, okay. Best thing you can do, go to different job roles in LinkedIn or maybe other places. See what is the common skills everyone asking. Those you should be fast cracking. So those you should be learning fast because you get more opportunities that way. And then see what are the second most thing. Okay, that also you should be learning. Of course, the cloud part, like say AWS code build. If it's AWS, for example, code deploy and all that. If it's cloud, the moment you learn cloud, then you should focus on learning all this DevOps tool on services together also. Okay. So yes, for today, this was the thing I had in mind to talk. Tomorrow I'm going to Chennai. So if you are in Chennai, I'm very happy and having person. Okay, love to meet and always a smile face. It's like even when I'm talking and it's come naturally, nothing out of what I will say. So I have already met a lot of people in different conferences, and Chennai tomorrow I'm going. Main motive is to talk with people. Of course, it was invitation from a certain friend. I'll be going there. Of course, while going there, I want to explore up here and there. Of course, I'll be staying again near Marina Beach area. So if you are near that Marina Beach area and all that, happy to meet you guys. Okay, a lot of people already coming. So if you want to come, just let me know. Maybe better I will say just, I mean, LinkedIn, I'm an open profile. Okay, so you can just go and directly message me because I'm actively checking for all those messages. It's a concentration part. So right now I'm just checking all those kind of messages. That's why it's easy, and I can revert back to you. Say, okay, this is my number. You just connect, and we will sync up once I land in Chennai. Okay, tomorrow evening I'm reaching, so I'm planning maybe 10th or maybe morning or 10th evening or 11th I have complete available. We'll sync and see you when you can meet. Okay, so see you guys soon in Chennai, like whoever are there. Okay, I'm going to meet my very good friend Sravanan there. I don't know I'm spelling his title good or wrong, but of course and of course a lot of other people I'll be meeting there, and of course I'll make a vlog if possible and share in my channel. Okay, so let's see. Last question, maybe before I go. I said I'm working as a DevOps in year 3 experience. I'm finding difficulty due to 9 should I resign and search for the jobs? No, never do resign and search for the job. I know this is a trap. What you should be doing in the 3 months, whatever you get, okay, in that time you should of course build some skills, interview skills and all that. Other than that, you should tell the companies. See, every company, your company also giving 90 days. If you are really good at what you do, they should be, of course, allowing you, and you should be racking up more offer letters. Okay, so no, it's not like one company not allowing you leaving. No, you keep applying and get different offers so that you have more bargaining chips. Okay, that you should be doing. These are all HR policy and all that, but just hang on. build your skills in the time, because the moment you are in notice period, you'll be having a lot of time. They'll be not pressurizing too much most of the time, because they don't want to give too much things, right? So do all those things. Okay, I think you'll be doing really great. Just make sure that you have proper planning. Don't leave before having offers, because right now the market, I mean, it's sometimes good, sometimes bad. So fluctuating market. Okay, if you have, I mean, I think that you have responsibilities. Everyone does. So be sure to plan everything before taking any this kind of big decisions. Okay. So again, guys, see you soon. Good night, and next day some other video. Right. Be sure to subscribe my channel and like this video. And yeah, see you soon in my next video. Bye bye.